In Europe, there's $12 trillion of money sitting in bank accounts in Europe. In the United States, there's $11 trillion sitting in money market funds.
Welcome back to the channel. Aaron here from the Bitcoin Bros. That was Larry Fink telling you there's a lot of idle cash on the sidelines that could pour into Bitcoin, into MicroStrategy, in the traditional stock market. So we could see some more gains to come for the rest of the year. But we're going to be getting into Bitcoin strategy today. Should be a quick video. I do have a clip of Saylor at the end as well, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But if you look at Bitcoin now, we're pumping here today at around 105.6. We are getting really close to that all-time high of around 109, and we are currently around 3% off from that. Once Bitcoin breaks 109, goes to 110, then we'll be in price discovery. We could definitely hit a resistance up here at the old all-time highs, but you can see we have just broken through this resistance level at around 104.283 that we were seeing for quite some time, broke through that, and now we're up at 105.5. So watch out for those key levels. Be watching out for Bitcoin to break the old all-time high. If that happens, we could get very, very bullish very, very quickly. I'm going to check out the M2 chart here in a second, which kind of shows that that could potentially be happening as well. And an update from Michael Saylor. He's saying, never short a man who buys orange ink by the barrel. So this is the chart that he posts every Sunday. If you're new, once he posts this chart, this means that strategy has been buying Bitcoin for the past week. Tomorrow morning, we will get an announcement about how much Bitcoin they have bought over the past week. And what I want you guys to do, leave your thoughts in the comment section. How much Bitcoin do you think Saylor bought over the past week? I'm going to go ahead and say $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin over the past week, and we'll see who gets the closest. Put your thoughts in the comment section below. But there is something that I think Saylor was paying attention to over the past couple of days, and it's the reason why he says never short a man who buys orange ink by the barrel. If you guys saw our video from 2 days ago, go check it out. It's the one that's called Many Still Don't Understand. This is from 2 days ago. There was a clip at the beginning of the video. This was Jim Chanos talking about he's shorting strategy but longing Bitcoin because he believes that delta where the MNAV shouldn't be there for strategy, and he thinks that it's overvalued right now. So he's longing Bitcoin, shorting strategy. And I think Saylor was responding to him because that clip went very viral. If you missed it, go to 2 videos ago. You can check out the clip. It's right at the beginning. But yeah, I think Saylor pays attention to everything going on. I think he's kind of indirectly shooting a shot at that guy. But checking out strategy here, we closed Friday at just below $400. Strategy's at currently number 88. Bitcoin has gone up over the weekend. If we can continue this rally or even keep to the prices of what we got into so far, we'll probably see strategy open on Monday in the green, and we could see strategy continue to climb these ranks like it's been doing over the past couple of years now, potentially get in the top 80 stocks. That could happen if Bitcoin has a nice rest of the Monday morning. Strategy could open pretty nicely on Monday, but we have to wait and see what Bitcoin does over the next couple of days. And I talked a little bit about the M2 chart at the beginning, but you can see here, if we look at the global M2, shout out to Colin Talks Crypto. He always shows this. We could potentially have an explosive move coming for Bitcoin. As you can see, the global M2 had a pretty nice move to the upside. If Bitcoin mimics that move, what global M2 did, we could see Bitcoin go all the way up to around 120 to 130,000 before trading sideways, and then it gets even more explosive all the way up to potentially 180, $200,000. We have yet to see what's going to happen if Bitcoin continues to follow global M2. But like I said earlier in the video, if we do break past that 109 level, Bitcoin will be in price discovery, and that's when Bitcoin gets very bullish very, very quickly. So this is all something to watch out for here. And then taking a look at the rest of the crypto market versus some of the Bitcoin proxies, including strategy. Strategy is still rated lower than XRP and Ethereum. There's more money invested in XRP and Ethereum versus strategy. This shows that strategy is undervalued. You have Marathon Holdings down here at 22, And I think a lot of these cryptos here are going to flow out of these cryptos and into Bitcoin eventually. There are some decent use cases in the crypto market. There's going to be probably a couple of cryptos that win that have decent market caps. But I think right now that story is yet to be told, which one of these cryptos is going to win. I mean, there's so many of them. I think there's a lot of money just floating out there hoping for, a quick 10x. I think eventually a lot of that money is going to flow into something like Strategy, Marathon Holdings, back into Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is going to continue to go up, and Bitcoin dominance, I believe, will continue to go up to where it used to be around 90, 95%. So, I mean, the narrative has changed now. Bitcoin is digital gold. We have countries buying Bitcoin. We have all these companies putting Bitcoins on the reserves, and you're not seeing that with any other crypto. But we'll see how all this plays out. And then just getting back to the basics here, we can see this is the total public debt in the United States. Right now, we're currently sitting at around $37 trillion. But even if you just look back to Q1 of 2024, you can see the U.S. national debt was at $34 trillion. It's gone up around $3 to $4 trillion in just a year. And it has just been continuing to go up year after year after year, and it's never going to slow down. So this is why Bitcoin will go up forever. This is why hard assets will go up forever, because the monetary supply has to continue to increase, because if it doesn't, the entire economy will collapse. So as long as they continue to print dollars, Bitcoin is going to continue to go up. Obviously, that's not financial advice. And Bitcoin's up at 106, and nobody's talking about Bitcoin right now. Everybody is ignoring it. We've seen this in past cycles. Once Bitcoin breaks its old all-time high, we may get a little bit of some noise, but we might not see any FOMO until Bitcoin gets up to around $130,000 or $140,000. And I don't think retail is going to be swooping in to invest in Bitcoin. They're going to speculate in the altcoins, but I think a lot of these Bitcoin proxy companies are going to really benefit when the Bitcoin FOMO comes back, because people will look at these Bitcoin proxy companies, see that they've been outperforming Bitcoin, and want to jump in on some of those gains. So we may see some of these Bitcoin proxy companies like Strategy and the rest of them really have some huge gains. MNAV explosion once hype comes back. I think that's something that we got to look forward to. And then we had a whale that opened up a $390 million 40x Bitcoin long. They're up $8 million since this move over the weekend. So it goes to show you, is there some insiders that know what's going on, that's something that we don't know what's going to happen over the weekend. So it just goes to show you there may be still some insider trading going on with Bitcoin in the crypto market. But yeah, somebody put in a massive Bitcoin long at around, and they're just up huge in profit. So we'll see how that plays out over the days to come. And then to end the video, just to look at the Bitcoin ETF flows for May. Halfway through the month, got about 12 days left, and the ETFs have bought 26,729 Bitcoin. May is looking like it's going to be a rebound month here for the Bitcoin ETFs. Going to outpace April most likely, and maybe even give us signs of a good June to come. We do know with these ETFs, once the Bitcoin price goes up, we're seeing more inflows in ETFs. They get a little bit of FOMO. That's what we've seen in the past. But this is really all I had today for you guys. Quick video. We'll be back tomorrow with another video. We have new videos coming out every single day. Make sure to like and subscribe. Have a clip here of Saylor at the end. Make sure to check it out. My name's Aaron from the Bitcoin Bros. I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.
0.99 is January of the year 2035, the point at which 99% of the Bitcoin supply has been mined. The asset becomes effectively capped for all practical purposes, because the last 1% comes out over 100 years. 0.99 between now and then you've got 10 years for the digital gold rush. You should get your Bitcoin before there's no more Bitcoin for you.